You got this. What's up guys, it's Mike from Job Read English here with another video to help you get hired. So you've got an assessment centre and you clicked on this video. Well, let me be the first person to tell you, if you don't believe it yourself, that you are good enough and you've got this. Over the last 10 years, I've helped thousands of people get to assessment centres, and only, I estimate, about 1% of people make it. So by getting to an assessment centre, you are literally in the top 1%. You're only 1 out of 100 people who could have made it. When you get to an assessment centre, you should recognise that you are good enough. You are good enough to do the job. Now it's really just about how well you get on with other people and how well you solve problems. And most importantly, just remember, if you've got to an assessment centre before, then you can do it again. There's really nothing stopping you. Now I want to tell you a short story that came from the many clients that I've worked with, and stick around until the end for our 5 top tips for how to pass your assessment centre, even if it's tomorrow. So over the space of 5 years, I would train clients twice a week, 2 sessions a day for assessment centres. And I trained people who could really not speak very good English, mainly from outside of the UK and EU. And what I found is that what makes people better is practice and making themselves feel uncomfortable. You may not pass on the first, second or third try, but if you persist, you will be successful. And just learn that every no is a step closer to a yes. The clients who I saw pass assessment centres and go on and get amazing jobs and have brilliant careers would be very aware of what they did wrong, would aggressively seek out feedback and would work on the things that made them uncomfortable. Speaking about feeling uncomfortable, here are 5 tips for you, even if your assessment centre is tomorrow, that you can use to get better and to be better. Tip number 1, go to learn and not to compete. So when you go to your assessment tomorrow, go there with a sense of, I'm just here to learn. I've never done this before, so it doesn't really matter whether I'm good or bad, because I'm just having a completely new experience. This is a mindset change. If you're going there to compete, then you'll think about who's better or who's worse, or am I doing everything I'm meant to be doing? Whereas if you just go there to learn, then you go there with an open mind and a better attitude. Tip number 2, anyone can pass or fail. Yes, you are competing when you go there, but anyone can pass and anyone can fail. They may not even be in the division that you're going to work for. So treat people as friends rather than enemies. Lift people up rather than put them down, and recognise that it could be all of you who get through and get a job and meet on day 1, or it could be none of you. Tip number 3, be so enthusiastic that it hurts. Who are the people that really stand out in your mind on the first day of school or college or university or even at a job? They're just enthusiastic, they're happy, they're joyful, they're helpful, they're kind, they're just remorselessly positive. And some people might write them off as a bit weird or a bit high maintenance, or oh, they're a bit much. But really, they're the people that you remember. They have that energy that you can feed off. And something important to think about is that if you can't maintain a high level of energy for half a day or a day at an assessment centre, then how are you going to do that Monday to Friday, 9 to 5 for 40 hours a week? So be enthusiastic, look like you're excited to be there, and greet everybody like they're potentially your best friend for life. Tip number 4, be better prepared than anyone. If I could really zero in on one tip out of this 5, it would be this. Know more about the company than anybody else. More about the division, the job description, the skills that are required. You've read their blogs, their news, their annual report, white papers, whatever it may be. Go there and be better prepared than anybody else. You don't know who you might talk to. You don't know when you might ask a really interesting question that makes somebody think. So make sure you're better prepared than anybody else. Tip number 5. Now truly, if your assessment centre is tomorrow, then this may be a little bit difficult to carry out right now. But something that I used to get a lot of the clients that I worked with in my first couple of years of coaching is I used to put them in situations which made them feel uncomfortable. They were bright, ambitious, and some of the most intelligent students academically from their respective countries. And guess what I used to ask them to do? I used to send them to work in charity shops. Why? Because it made them feel really uncomfortable. It put them outside of their comfort zone, and it created a situation and a scenario where they would be forced to talk to new people, do new things, and have new experiences. Now, you don't necessarily have to go and work in a charity shop, but you can use a website called Meetups and put yourself into situations where you feel uncomfortable. Now, more than ever, I feel that one of the major soft skills that a lot of people lack is just the ability to talk and communicate to people face to face. This is going to be uncomfortable. It's not going to be easy to do this. But if you use Meetups even once a month, even online, and make yourself a little bit uncomfortable, you will perform so much better on a day. If you're wondering what's the best way for you to get prepared for your assessment centre, make sure you click the link down in the description below to find out the 7 assessment centre exercises that every assessment centre will have and how you can ace your assessment centre. Guys, I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I wish you the very best of luck for your assessment centre. And just remember, this may be your first, but it will not be your last. And if you've made it here, then you can make it here again for somewhere else. If you like this video, click like. Let us know how you feel about this video, where you're at with your assessment centre, what we can do to make this channel even better. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I wish you the best of luck.